Welcome to our coverage of ASUG Annual Conference and Sapphire Now 2014. We're in the ASUG News Studio, sponsored by NTT Data, and we have a fantastic panel discussion planned for you on SAP Rapid Deployment Solutions. Falls really well within what we were hearing this morning about simplify everything, do anything. Allow me to introduce our guests on this panel. We have several customers and a wonderful person from SAP joining us. From SAP, we have Dr. Bernd Wells. He is the Executive Vice President, Solution and Knowledge Packaging at SAP. From Northern Aviation Services, we're joined by Rodney Brown, who is the Managing Director of IT. From the Riata Group, we are joined by Joe Cusimano, who is the CIO. And from Vilore Foods, Israel Morales, who is the Senior Business Analyst. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you.
So I guess first question to Bernd, if that would sound good?
Sounds great.
Okay, let's get right in. With the broad suite of SAP solutions and new innovations, cloud and memory, mobility, user experience, what is SAP doing to help companies really simplify the deployment of SAP?
Well, rapid deployment solutions, that is the answer. It's, as you said, it's all about simplification. With RDS, customers can adopt all these wonderful SAP innovations much faster, which also means they get the value much earlier, so time to value is everything. It's less costly, and it also minimizes the risk, because rapid deployment solutions, we collect all the best practices from customers who have already implemented the SAP solution, package those best practices up and make them available to other customers who are embarking on that journey.
I think that the best practices is what's really interesting to me, and I know I've spoken to customers. Can you talk just a little bit the value of when customers see that it's a compilation of everything that these customers have done a array of doing, that must be a huge selling point for the customers.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And together with the cloud, really implementation projects can look much different than they used to look. So with rapid deployment solutions, customers can choose the RDS packages that fit their needs best, and then order a project system in the HANA Enterprise Cloud, get then a fully configured system within days. So at the very early stage of the project, a fully configured system is available, and then the project team, the IT people, the business people can look at the system and then see where do they have to deviate from the best practice that's already in the system. So it really speeds up communication. It eliminates unnecessary discussions about processes which are just standard, and just adopt best practices that other customers have done, and allows the project team really to focus on those areas where a differentiation of all of the other competitors, players in the market is required really to gain a competitive edge.
So let's talk about some of those projects. Rodney, what did you deploy for RDS, and talk to me about some of the benefits?
We deployed the all-in-one solution so we could quickly implement our FICO solution, replace an aging system that we had in place. It was a fairly tight scope and a short project, which was important for us to keep on time and on budget. And we were able to achieve that using an all-in-one solution with baseline business practices.
And we know to implement FICO in a rapid manner is no small feat. What about some of our other projects on the panel? I understand you are implementing HANA using an RDS methodology.
Yes, we're using the Capgemini Energy Path solution on Suite on HANA, and it's covering everything from hamburgers in South America to oil and gas drilling in Turkey.
Wow. So what kind of a timetable did you experience from that when they came in, when you were evaluating this? What was the allure of
Well,
this?
we were looking at repeatable schedules. So we're looking at trying to get everything done in a nice, clear, concise timeline. We have a lot of projects to roll out for our company. So Riata is not just one company. And by doing this repeatedly over and over, we're able to take this packaged type solution and roll it out efficiently, quickly, and cost effectively. Is probably the right word.
Right. And that's where you want to be, right? I mean, that's a huge thing.
So on time, on budget.
Right. I mean, that's one of the selling points I've heard when I've done interviews is the on time, on budget. I mean, that's got to be music to a CFO.
That's exactly what we're looking for.
Yeah.
So we've been thrilled so far with progress and haven't busted budget or schedule. So.
Awesome.
And when we're talking about on time and on budget, perhaps there's no faster application that you have to roll out nowadays than a mobile application because it's changing so fast. Talk to me a little bit about what you're doing at Vilore.
At Vilore Foods, we are moving forward with all these mobile solutions. The last year we implement this RDS. The timeline was perfect. What the scope was, we know the scope. We know how to get with the solutions. So, and we want to give all the users the experience or to take decisions on the field, for the finance, for the salespeople, because right now all the RDS solutions, most of the areas are using it. See, and the flexibility, to put some filters and you can give the experience to the CEO, the same experience to the salespeople, on the field. That's a good point. So we're moving forward. We're moving forward. We are trying to give this experience to the final users.
What types of timelines are we talking about here? I mean,
you're talking about for the regular mobile solution. You have to different technologies, different things. SAP gave us, okay, this is the RDS. You have to connect. The implementation is 2 weeks, and you can go to production in 4-6 weeks. So that's a good response, and you have people working with that.
and the users must be happy, right? I mean,
Yes,
they're getting
yes, because they are so exciting. Hey, I can review the invoices for my clients. I can review all the finance status of the customers. Now that experience is a good feedback for the final user.
Right.
So let's shift gears a bit here. We're talking to you all are from global companies, big companies, but yet these RDS services and products and this set of solutions was able to accomplish all of your business needs. Rodney, talk to me a little bit about scope here and how this was able to meet everything that you needed to do at Northern Aviation.
Well, what was real important to us was to try and not reinvent the wheel or replace our existing systems with the same processes. So we really went into the project with an open mind. And we were very impressed with the scope of the resources that were there with the all-in-one solution and the fact that we were able to meet all of our business processes with slight configuration, no customization, and come in on time and on budget.
Did you say no customization, so you stayed away from that?
We have not done any customizations to our core processes.
Was that hard for business owners, users to be like, because once they get in there, right, they want to start?
Well, it was real important for us to having a fixed timeline and budget not to introduce any scope creep. And we just found that the solution that we implemented was quite comprehensive and able to meet all of our challenges. Of course, there's configurations like screen variants and things of that nature that help people do their job better. But that's the extent of the configuration that we would do, but not really customization.
Joe, did it meet all of your business needs? Were you able to stay with configuration over customization?
Yeah, absolutely. We've done Chinese delivery in South America, and we're doing exploration and production in Turkey, and it's all based on the same system. One single instance, just being implemented over and over and over.
Wow.
I had twin sons, so whenever I got one thing, we had to buy 2. When I did it the first time, it would take me forever. The second time, I could always do it easier. Are you finding that as each time you go it takes less time, or is it similar time investment?
I'd say similar because we have new people. So it's the home office people are familiar, but now you bring a whole new group of people into the process.
So how does that work? Do they go out into the field, or how does that process work?
Well, it depends on the company. Like in Sao Paulo, we've got people in the field working with the team there. We've got people in Dallas working with us. With our EMP company, we're bringing all the Turkish people into Dallas for project work.
And the repeatable nature of it must work because this is actually your second RDS project?
Yes, this is the second project, and we are working on the RDS Fiore. Yes, so we have to move forward, and as you said 2 minutes ago, mobile environment is moving quickly. So you have to take decision. You have to move forward with the technology without fear, no? And you have to evaluate, no? Okay, what is the best way to do that, no? To move forward, no? And we analyze. I saw the Fiore RDS and Subtech, no, last year, and I thought, and we knew that it's a good point to move forward with this thing.
That's great. Well, Baron, maybe we'll ask you about your plans to help customers drive even more value in the future. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Sure, yeah. Maybe before, just to clarify, we're talking about rapid deployment solutions on this side and business all-in-one on this side here. It's all part of the same family. We have one pool of best practices, and we use rapid deployment solutions packages as a means to deliver it to large customers, where packages can be assembled to order, so to speak, to customer demand, and business all-in-one are more comprehensive solutions which are more directed at mid-market customers, just to clarify that.
Sure.
And by the way, we didn't also touch, there's one myth about rapid deployment solutions which we should set right here, and that is they can only be implemented by SAP. That's not the case. Right? We have a large partner ecosystem. Partners are using our best practices, our RDSs, as well as, of course, business all-in-one to build solutions, and we have more and more customers who actually use the content of the rapid deployment solution and best practices to do the implementation themselves. And we have here one at the table even. Okay, so the content comes with the software.
Yep.
It's part of the solution. So
Yes.
anyone can use it more and more. So what is next to your question? Rapid deployment solution really becomes now the default methodology to implement SAP solutions. As we are moving with our products to the cloud, with software as a service solutions like HCM that we have, or supply chain management, we are expanding the rapid deployment solution approach also to our cloud products. And the next big thing is also to enable hybrid landscape. Many customers today are already running hybrid landscapes where part of the solution runs on premise, other parts are in the public cloud or in a managed cloud. And with RDS, we can really help to set up such a landscape and a solution. And despite the fact that the deployment model is different for the different parts, it's still one solution, one business solution, because that's what brings the value, as Bill also said this morning. For RDS, we expect that after the announcement this morning that Fiore now is for everybody, it's for free. We expect that the comprehensive package portfolio around Fiore that we have, that we will see a big uptake of that, obviously. With I think every customer should really look into the broad portfolio of Fiore applications that are now available, and with RDS the adoption is really easy and cost effective to do.
Well, fantastic conversation. Thank you all for joining us up here today, and it was especially nice in light of the keynote this morning to get a little more detail on how SAP is going to help customers accomplish this simplification. So thank you for joining us, and you can continue to watch more of our coverage on asugnews.com.